Yo, what is up YouTube? Fury here, bringing you guys a brand new video. In today's video, we're going to be talking about the cube that has spawned into Fortnite. As you guys know, a few days ago, the lightning strike took off. It basically spawned this cube into a location, and then thus, obviously, the rift ended up disappearing from the game. So there's no more rift in the sky, as you guys know, and it spawned in this cube. Now, obviously, this cube has a basically purpose. It's starting to move, and it's starting to go places. So in today's video, we'll be talking about where it's going to move to, what could possibly come from this cube, what's the background behind it, and all that good stuff. So if you guys do enjoy today's video, make sure you drop a like, subscribe to the channel if you guys are brand new, don't forget to turn on those post notifications, and if you get first like on any of my videos, make sure you send me a Twitter image. I'll hit you guys back with that follow. And with that said, let's get right into today's video. If you guys are interested in winning some free V-Bucks, we are currently giving away 6,000 V-Bucks to you guys. All you got to do to enter is like the video, subscribe if you aren't already, and turn on those post notifications, as well as follow the Gleam link in the description down below. There's going to be 6 winners, 1,000 V-Bucks each. Good luck to everyone. So the Enforcer skin or the Road Trip skin ended up dropping this week on week 7, and with that, people are starting to call this basically the police type of skin. They're basically coming back into the game. They're basically future police, I guess you could say. They're trying to fix up everything that the visitor did, or supposedly, obviously that is a theory, that they are the future police. They're trying to fix everything that the visitor did, especially, like I said, basically when that skin came into the game, the Road Trip skin, the rift ended up disappearing from the sky. Obviously they ended up spawning in this cube, and it seems to be that this cube is partnered with the Enforcer skin, and they're trying to obviously fix up everything that the visitor skin, ended up doing to the game. Now that is one theory. The cube may not have anything to do with the Enforcer skin, but there is somebody that is behind this cube, because there is a destination that this thing is trying to get to, and by the end of it, it's obviously going to change the map a little bit, and there's going to be a bunch of new things coming into the game, probably most likely for season 6, especially basically that's what happened in season 5. When season 4 ended, the rocket took off. In season 5, there's a bunch of new changes to the game, the rifts, the different locations, and all that good stuff. So I'm assuming after this cube event occurs in the end of season 5, season 6 will have a bunch of new changes to it. Now there has been some information that Wailing Woods is also going to be changing as well. It seems like that location is not going to be Wailing Woods anymore in the future. It seems like in season 6 that location will be changing a lot, and again, not going to be called Wailing Woods. Now if you guys have not seen this cube in game, I highly recommend going to it. Now personally, I definitely think it is a little bit odd. There's a cube rolling around the map, but again, we obviously don't know what the storyline behind this cube exactly is. So probably once this this full event goes on, we're gonna understand why this cube was spawned into the game, what it's doing, and all that. So if you guys have not visited, I definitely recommend going near it. It does make a very odd sound, and then once you get into its basically radius, it can give you shield. So the longer you're around it, the more shield you'll get. I think it's like every 2 seconds or so you get an additional shield, which is pretty cool. But if you do say bump into it, jump into it, hit it, it does bounce you back away from it. So it is protected, obviously, because there has to be something in this cube for it to actually have a shield around it, protecting it. So if you do shoot at it, one, it will zap you and you will go flying, which I highly don't recommend. And if you are in a solo game, duo game, squad game, whatever it may be, and you're just jumping on top of it, I don't recommend fighting anybody near it, because if you shoot this thing, like I said, it will fly you basically across the map. Not across the map, but a little bit over exaggerated, but it will fly you a good amount of distance, and you're not going to end up landing that well. You're going to end up dying. So I highly don't recommend fighting near this thing. Any bullets that you shoot at it, it will target you and you will get basically killed. Now if you are on the ground and you hit it, it will throw you back, so you're not really going to die from falling damage that way. But if you are on top of it and you shoot it, it will fling you across the map and you will end up dying. So I highly don't recommend fighting near this thing, but again, it is very cool to see. It does bring up some symbols around it. If you get close enough, you see some symbols. Now people are saying that this is linked with the visitor skin. Now only reason people are saying that is because the blockbuster loading screen from number 8 of last season has the visitor skin in it with some symbols that he's touching on his basic control pad and stuff like that. But this seemed to be a broken connection, because again, the symbols that are on that loading screen are not the same exact ones that are on the cube. They're 2 different symbols, 2 different time zones and all that. So I definitely don't think that the visitor skin has anything to do with this cube. I think if anything, this cube has a reason to be in the game to stop what the visitor has done. Now according to some coding that was found by Fortnite Leak, they ended up tweeting out basically the code that what this cube is going to be doing. So apparently there are 7 moves and 7 runes. Not completely sure what the 7 runes are, but they're apparently 7 moves. Now obviously we don't know what that really means, because each day, as you guys know, as of right now, it's moved a bunch of times in this day alone. So obviously it's not 7 moves in one one day because that would have been complete already. But it does say there's 7 moves, and then the final code says move to lake. Now once it moves to the lake, it says start move and then lightning lake turn on. So obviously this cube is going to turn on at some point once it gets to that lake. Now you know, move to lake could mean anything. They could change that. They probably just put that in for basically just a regular coding so people can't obviously find out where it's headed to. But again, if it is moving to a lake, the only major lake that we know of is Loot Lake. And if you guys remember when season 5 ended up dropping, there was a graphical glitch that was in Loot Lake that was the shape of a cube, or I guess basically a square from the top angle. If you get close to it, obviously that graphical glitch goes away, but at a distance, once you drop out of the battle bus, there was a graphical error that was appearing over Loot Lake, or basically under Loot Lake, that was a square type of silhouette, I guess you could say. So I'm kind of curious to see if this does end up landing in Loot Lake at some point. Now again, 7 moves does not seem like that many, and it is quite a far distance from Loot Lake, so for it to end up in Loot Lake is kind of you know, a little bit odd. As of right now, it is on the path to Salty Springs, so it is possible that it ends up over there. But in this coding, it does say move to lake, so that is a possibility. So in this coding, like I said, it does say move to lake, and then once it stops obviously at that lake, says lightning and turn on. So this cube is going to turn on at some point once it stops moving. There's going to be lightning around it. You guys seen the lightning that came down to spawn this thing into the game, to spawn this cube in, and it does have a lot to do with this lightning. If you do shoot at it, it does strike a lightning bolt at you. So a lot of people are assuming that this is basically linked with the drift skin that's in the game because of the basically lightning bolts that go around the drift skin at the stage 5, you know, drift. So it is possible that the drift might have something to do with this. Now, like I mentioned earlier, Wailing Woods seems to be a location that's going to be changing in season 6, which is a very likely possibility because of that bunker that is in that location. It's been leaked that saying that once that bunker opens up, that whole location is going to be changing into what that bunker was used for. Now that does not seem to be the only location that's going to be changing, or a new location that's going to be coming into the game. Now there was a promotion for the new emote the other day that people have been really catching their eye on, because it seems like there's a castle that has appeared in the back of the map as well. So I'll be showing you guys a picture on screen here. As you guys will see on the left, that's basically where the Viking village is. The villain lair is going to be in the middle, and then all the way on the right seems to be that castle location. So I'll be showing you guys basically the Viking, you know, area, the lair, and then where that basically castle seems to be located. Now, as you guys can see in the second image, you guys will see that same location. You'll see the Viking village, you'll see the lair, as well as where that castle seems to be located. Now, that location on the right where the castle is the Pleasant Park mansion, basically, that's in the back in the woods. So it seems like that location is going to be changing into a castle, possibly, because that image seems to be showing 2 flags on top of a castle. So again, that location seems to be coming. So that location, as well as Wailing Woods, seems to be changing in season 6, which is a really cool addition, because one, Wailing Woods, not many people land there. Again, there are a lot of trees, but you know, if you're not really looting for trees or wood or anything like that, that location isn't really spawned at too often. As well as Pleasant Park. I mean, Pleasant Park is a good location, don't get me wrong, but not a lot of people are landing in that backwoods area of that location. So this is going to bring more people to these locations, which is definitely a good idea. Now, the only problem I can see with all these new locations coming into the game, as of right now, basically after the first wave, not even the first wave, before the first wave even finishes in the game, there's like 36 people left that are in the game still, which is kind of unfortunate, because by the end of the game, you're not going to be getting that many kills because so many people are dying off so quick. So hopefully they somehow find a way to make that a little bit longer of a game, because a lot of people are dying off right off the rip. Not completely sure how, why, what they're landing at, or you know, where they're landing at or anything like that, but it seems like a lot of people are dying off really quickly in the game. And obviously that could go with you know, skill. Obviously the game's been out for quite a while, but hopefully at some point in the near future they start to rework that. Maybe all these new locations will make that a little bit better, because everyone's splitting up, nobody's landing in the same location. But there's not many locations in the game as of right now that many people are landing at, other than Tilted. Other than that, not many locations are getting that much traction, so I don't really know how people are dying off so quickly. But again, hopefully that does change in the upcoming season. But that'll basically do it for today's video, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know in the comment section down below what you guys think of this cube, what your theories are of the cube. What's this cube gonna be doing in the upcoming days? Where is it headed to? What's it gonna do when it turns on? Everything that you guys have for a theory, let me know in the comment section down below. I'm very curious. Also, what do you guys think of this castle location or Wailing Woods changing into a new location in season 6? Let me know in the comment section down below. I read most of your comments, or basically all of them, if I get the chance to. So I appreciate everyone that drops a comment. If you guys did enjoy, make sure you drop a like, subscribe to the channel if you guys are brand new, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.